Welcome! Are you interested in finding out about how we project our shadow self onto others? I'll explain it all in this video. Please remember to like this video and subscribe to my channel if you enjoy this content. My name is Stephanie. You probably know me as Altered States of Consciousness. Okay, so let's dive right into today's topic. How do we project our shadow self onto others? Make sure to watch my video, What is the Shadow Self in Psychology, which I'll link at the top of the screen, so you can understand what the shadow is before diving into projection. If you watched my previous video, then you understand that the ego is always trying to project an ideal version of you out into the world in order to be accepted. Now, the shadow is alternatively everything that the ego has rejected. Therefore, when we have shadow aspects that we are trying adamantly to avoid and deny exist within us, we avoid pain by projecting our shadow self onto others. Why do we do this? Because it is very difficult for the ego to accept that we are capable of traits and behaviors that have been rejected by itself. It's easier, less painful, and less threatening to project anger, loathing, and any other uncomfortable feelings we have about these less desirable traits onto someone else. Most people are completely unaware that each time they are triggered by another person's behavior, it is actually because that behavior is pointing to an unhealed or unintegrated aspect of self. Sometimes this aspect of self is something you were unable to embody in your childhood or adult life for feels of feeling shame, rejection, and or abandonment. Other times we are embodying this aspect of self, but since our ego denies its existence within us, we literally cannot see our behavior until it is projected onto another person. As Carl Jung said, projection is one of the commonest psychic phenomena. Everything that is unconscious in ourselves, we discover in our neighbor, and we treat him accordingly. Jung said that projection was an inevitable and necessary component in our psyche, as it is one of the primary means by which we can gain an awareness of aspects of self residing in the shadow. After projecting a bit of our unconscious, the healthy thing to do is to recognize the origin of the projection, to withdraw it from the external world, and to integrate this aspect of self into our personality and conscious awareness. It is only by examining our projections and becoming aware of the faults we previously projected onto others that we can ever hope to integrate all aspects of self. This is not an easy task, for it takes courage to face up to one's faults, shortcomings, weaknesses, and dark qualities. While sometimes difficult, this task is a crucial part of shadow work, for failure to confront one's shadow leaves these aspects free to grow in scope and influence. As Jung explains, when one tries desperately to be good and wonderful and perfect, then all the more shadow develops a definite will to be black and evil and destructive. People cannot see that they are always striving to be marvelous, and then they discover that terrible destructive things happen, which they cannot understand, and they either deny that such facts have anything to do with them, or if they admit them, they take them for natural afflictions, or they try to minimize them and to shift the responsibility elsewhere. The fact is that if one tries beyond one's capacity to be perfect, the shadow descends into hell and becomes the devil. Don't forget to check out my online shadow work course linked in the description for the complete guide to do shadow work and become the master of yourself. Thanks so much for watching. Make sure to hit that like button if you enjoyed this video and subscribe to my channel. I'll be showing you all more about shadow work in the future. And please share this video with a friend, maybe someone who's curious about shadow work. See you all next time.